Is this truly a sign from the Lord that a big change is...
They were on Mount of Olives near Jerusalem right now. This is the east side.
As you can see, I'm here on the Mount of Olives, and I'm looking for...
Have you ever felt a moment so intense, so unexplainable, that it stops you in your tracks and forces you to ask, is this God speaking? That's exactly how millions of people felt after an unexpected and mysterious event recently unfolded in Jerusalem. An event so stunning that believers and skeptics around the world are now asking the same burning question: is Jesus coming soon? Before you go any further, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below, because what you're about to watch is something every believer must reflect on. In recent days, millions of people around the world have been captivated by a moment that occurred in the very heart of Jerusalem, one of the most spiritually charged places on earth. Eyewitnesses described an unusual atmospheric phenomenon that lit up the sky with colors and shapes unlike anything seen in recent memory. Videos and images quickly flooded social media platforms, sparking global conversations. Some claimed it looked like a heavenly sign. Others said it resembled biblical imagery, and many believers immediately connected it to end time prophecy. Whether you view it as a supernatural message or an unexplained natural phenomenon, the impact is undeniable. Humanity is watching. And the world is asking questions it hasn't asked this loudly in decades. For many Christians, the event felt eerily aligned with the prophetic warnings Jesus gave in the scriptures. In Matthew 24, Christ spoke about signs in the heavens, global unrest, and moments that would alert the world to his soon return. Jerusalem, the city where Jesus once walked, prayed, and sacrificed his life, has always held a central place in biblical prophecy. When something extraordinary happens there, believers pay attention, and they should. Jerusalem is not just another city. It is the epicenter of God's timeline and a key location in the unfolding of end-time events. Reports from the scene describe the moment as breathtaking. Some witnesses said the atmosphere shifted and grew unusually still, almost as if the city itself was holding its breath. Others said it felt like God was trying to get humanity's attention. And perhaps he is. For months, global tensions have been rising, earthquakes have increased, and moral decline has accelerated. Many people feel the world is spinning out of control. Yet moments like this, moments of sudden wonder and mystery, have a way of reminding us that God is still watching, still speaking, and still moving. Is it possible that what happened in Jerusalem is a warning sign, a wake-up call, or maybe even a divine message meant to stir the hearts of believers? While no one can definitively say this event is a direct sign of the second coming, we cannot ignore how closely it resembles the patterns laid out in biblical prophecy. Jesus didn't tell us to guess the day or the hour. He told us to watch the signs. He told us to stay alert, stay ready, and stay prayerful. And if there was ever a moment to open our eyes, it's now. Across social media, thousands of commenters expressed a sudden sense of urgency. Some said it strengthened their faith. Others said it frightened them. But a surprising number admitted it made them reevaluate their lives, their choices, and their relationship with God. That's the power of a moment that feels supernatural. It forces introspection. It shakes the soul. It causes people to ask eternal questions. Am I ready? Is my heart right? What would happen if Jesus returned today? These are the questions every believer should be asking, not out of fear, but out of faith. Events like this also remind us that the world is spiritually hungry. People are searching for meaning, truth, comfort, and hope. And no matter how advanced our world becomes, nothing can satisfy the soul the way God can. That's why these signs, whether natural or supernatural, resonate so deeply. They point us back to something larger than ourselves. They point us back to the Creator. If this event is in fact a sign from God, then it carries a very clear message. Wake up, pay attention, strengthen your faith, draw closer to Jesus. The Bible says that in the last days, God will pour out signs, wonders, and warnings, not to scare his people, but to prepare them. And preparation begins with awareness. It begins with watching. It begins with recognizing that the time is shorter than we think. On the other hand, even if this event turns out to be unrelated to prophecy, it still serves a powerful purpose. It reminds us of how quickly the world's attention can shift. It reminds us that life is fragile and unpredictable. It reminds us that Jesus' return will come suddenly, without warning, like a thief in the night. And if the world can be shaken by a moment like this, Imagine how it will respond when the skies split open and Christ returns in glory. So now the question becomes, what does this mean for you? Are you spiritually awake or spiritually asleep? Are you drawing closer to God or drifting further away? This moment in Jerusalem isn't just another headline. It's a mirror. It reveals where we stand with God. It challenges us to realign our hearts with His Word. It pushes us to live with urgency, passion, and purpose. The signs are all around us. The world is changing. Prophecies are unfolding. Hearts are being stirred. If you believe this moment means something, if you feel God is speaking through this event, then don't stay silent. Comment below and let your voice be heard. Do you believe this was a sign from God? Do you feel Jesus is coming soon? And if this message spoke to your spirit, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because we are entering a season where spiritual awareness is more important than ever. Stay watchful. Stay encouraged. Stay ready. Because whether this was a sign or a warning, Jesus is coming.